The first interaction was with William's work, was Uber and the Truth Commission. So in every single drama school all over the country, within a short 10-year basis, because that's when I would have gone to, less than even 10 years, Uber and the Truth Commission was a set work. Like, it was something we studied. It's interesting because in itself, it's like, it's us researching Uber and the Truth Commission. Uber and the Truth Commission is researching the Truth Commission. So it's this jump back to us, like post-work of the Truth Commission in art, being able to like resonate that feeling and bring back the fight, like the initial and original document, back into the current space. It was scary because it's like, how do you relate to Kentridge? Like truth, like Uber and the Truth Commission is something I know, I've studied, I get. This was something, and was Uber tells the truth. So Mr. Gold in this version plays Uber Roy, and he's the rich, disgusting, vulgar, out there character. And on the table, so our final decision was, on the table we were going to project the video Uber tells the truth throughout, just looping. So under the table you've got this Truth Commission's confessions. On top you've got this video going. And then our visual artist Nolan, in 1996, we won our first big comrade. I think it was Josiah Tungwane won the Olympics. And the visual is of Josiah, and number 2 was this Asian man. So it's Josiah, this Asian man, and this European man running throughout. And it's in black and white, and it just keeps looping and repeating. So that there was, weirdly enough, that time there was a way the States tried to sell South Africa. There was a song even that Nolan and I really were very invested in doing something with. And it was another South Africa to what South Africa is now. It was beautiful South Africa, selling itself to the world, hiding its problems under the table, hiding its problems. So everything kind of has that as a reference. Nolan was scared. He was like, "There's just too much happening." And I was like, "Yes." That's exactly it. There's too much happening. You know, it's this mirror that just keeps refracting right back to itself. And for me, when I remember being in first year varsity and speaking to an honors, like I used to go to dinner with a bunch of honors students because we shared a dining hall, and the guys who were my age and my race just didn't make sense for me. We were sitting, we were eating, and they're like, "Why are you doing theatre?" And I was like, I really want to do a theatre that makes me uncomfortable, the space uncomfortable, resolution stops being the issue. The process of us being stuck in this process becomes the issue, and we see if anyone takes the responsibility of being the actor and carries the collective out of the situation. And they're like, that can never be done. We come from a different kind of drinking culture from the Germans, so the relation to giving away free booze and performing drunk and this chaos that people aren't sure, is it going to erupt into something, is something going to happen in relation to them, is interesting because you guys walk around and you've got beers in your hands and it's normal, whereas us, you're not allowed to do that, but we do that. And we're a country that drinks. We're I'm sure if I could give you per capita relation, it's really quite intense. But so the whole narrative works on this ritual of eating and drinking. And the last song we do is it's called babalas. In South Africa that means a hangover. So when you wake up the next day, you're like, "Yo, I'm babalas." "Yo, I'm so babalas." And it doesn't matter which culture you're in, which part of South Africa, if you say, "Yo, I'm babalas," people know you're saying I'm hungover. So it's like the fight. It's not any of the 11 languages, it's a word created out of colloquialism. And the song is about how we're not dealing with the fact that we're in a apartheid babalas. So we haven't dealt with apartheid, we haven't dealt with colonialism, we haven't dealt with the issues that slavery has left us with. So under this whole table, this whole time, is this murmuring. And the murmuring is confessions from the Truth and Reconciliation Commission. where people were confessing about what happened, how the person killed that person, and the audience sits there in this piece that's like, from the get-go when they walk in, there's this murmuring and no one pays attention to it, but it's these confessions over and over, sitting under that table. And we're fed the butternut soup, then we're fed, which tastes nice because it comes from the impoverished Eastern Cape. So our leaders from like the biggest party in our country, the ANC, are from the Eastern Cape, and they live lavishly rich in Johannesburg, and their province is the most impoverished, but the most beautiful. Germans and Swiss Germans really in essence settled there and buy land there. So there's also this like relation. And then mains is like it's the rib bones. It's served with gold zhuzh, dipped in mango haze. So that's what it's sold as, but what it comes as, it's a rib bone that's been painted gold and has been dipped in mango juice. And those are given out to the audience to see who will eat them, and Mr. Gold, of course, being the rich benefactor, has to try his own food. So there's a moment where he's eating this, but it's making no sense to why they're eating this. He starts offering people, and people just took the bones. They weren't sure what to do with them. And no one, and that's the thing, it's at no point does not anyone call bullshit, you know? Like, no one goes, hey, I'm sick and tired. Everyone sits in this, I'm not too sure. There was one guy in the front row who was like, is there more music? I was like, shut up. Shut up. Because they want the band. It eases the discomfort, you know? And the dessert is an ice cream cake with our president, Jacob Zuma, Bob Jacob Zuma, who has been embroiled in scandal after scandal after scandal. So it's presidential ice cream cake. And Mr. Gold has been inviting Jacob Zuma to these events, and he hasn't been coming. So we're hoping with more ice cream cakes that are made, maybe we'll finally get to see him, you know. I think we're not going to live in a normalized society if you're constantly having to like back up what you're saying, you know. I on a very straight way, like with my blackness in relation, is it doesn't matter whether the author was queer or not to write it. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's the normalized society I'm trying to move to. So it's not like a added on. These are friends I've been working with since I went to varsity, you know, and they now lecture in universities in Johannesburg. And the work we were doing was not in relation to that, but it was our bodies in a space means something in essence. So I choose not to point out the activism and things, but to be like, what's there is there for people to read and to deal with their issues. I myself in the space am dealing with so many issues of the theatre I want to see. It's like a choir. Everybody has like more like the Wu-Tang Clan than the choir, you know. Everybody has the parts they play, but they've all got their own like singular projects that they do that speak to a particular thing. Mine is particularly blackness. So I believe in intersectionality all the way in life. There's no other way we're going to solve reality without that. But I believe people who are the other should be the ones who get to speak and be the voice that wants to speak for that rather than the allies, because I'm doing the same thing then in essence, you know, as a straight, masculine, heterosexual man. Well, I think it's right back to the queer thing. It's like it's someone trying to put a term on something they don't understand and they haven't intricately like engaged with, because the art that is coming, it's disruptive, yeah, and like, but disruption's not a bad thing, and it's not necessarily chaos. And chaos theory says within chaos there is spaces and pockets of peace in that essence. So we've grown up in that. So I think the whole idea of us trying to create an aesthetic out of that is kind of a bit demeaning, because we are it. It's trying to like pigeonhole it so it can like control and understand it and sell it to an art market going, would you like that post-South African like aesthetic? Post-Apartheid South African aesthetic. I'm a post-Apartheid kid, yes. But in the same vein that I have so much in common with Berliners who I've met when they come to South Africa, and we share conversations about our governments, and we share conversations about the art scenes, the music scenes. You know what I'm saying? That's the interesting part about living in Johannesburg, is like, I call it land of the free blacks. It's a space where we interact globally with the rest of the world in ways where it's just as cool to be in Lagos as to be in Joburg, as to be in Addis Ababa, as to be in Cairo, as to be in Berlin, as to be in New York, you know, as to be in Milan. You know, there's the spaces that you want to go see because, you know, they're mega cities in the continents that they live in. And I don't think and that's my thing, it's like, I think it's a grab in the air for something that would make sense of not being able to realize that there's a differentiation. There's work that's particularly speaking to, like, the position that queer people find themselves in Johannesburg. And it's particular, it's activist in nature, but it's also beautiful art in the same space, you know? And they can't deal with that as well, because it's like, how do I monetize and commodify people's pain? You know? So there's a intricate space that, like, I think also the Western world buyers, galleries and spaces want to quickly, like, cool, we've got this sorted, rad, what's the next trend? You know, instead of, like, actually investing, going to find out and engage with what, because also there's art is commodified, but it's commodified post, you know, in the space where it's in at that moment, it's dealing with the catharsis and the healing it needs to bring to the space, or a space for discourse it needs to create, or just a statement it needs to make, in essence, you know. But art has social tools before the monetary tools in it. And it's in the monetary world there where they want to just quickly pigeonhole it and make it make sense. But in doing so, they reduce it. And then, like, they remove it, alienate it, and then they're like, oh, we're over that, what's the next thing? So, you know, to call anything in South Africa post-apartheid is also very interesting, because we post. Spatially, the way our cities are organized is still the apartheid cities. Our transport systems is still the apartheid like, the city's trying to, like, change and catch up, because it's a global city in Africa, you know? So it's on that mission, but at the same time there's this backlog of the fact that our amenities were meant for a minority, and now the majority's also got access, and, you know, our capacity and infrastructure is not dealing. Throw in a World Cup and you have some fun times. Stay black. Black lives matter. Stay black, they won't give you a choice.